Thank you very much. I want to welcome the two speeches that we have just heard, the three, in fact, from Evelyn earlier. These are actually a very clear outline of the priorities that we should be presenting at the UN conference. And the language is all right, the words are right, and I think we can do our best to bring forward what you've heard here today, the priorities that people across this Parliament have outlined. These are the priorities, clearly, that we have to bring to the UN. What's very clear is that progress has been made, but there are the most extraordinarily serious issues still affecting women around the world. And we have to note that after the Nairobi conference on population and development, the US did not sign the statement at the end and the priorities at the end of that conference, and that is very serious. This is, as you said, the 25th anniversary of Hillary Clinton's famous line, women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights. Hard to believe that it actually needed to be said, but it did, and did accelerate change, but there is much more to do. It is a very important year. I think it's about acceleration, it's about implementation, it's about targets, and it's also about monitoring. It's also about budgets, and I think that has to be a particularly important element of the debates in the UN this year. Also, of course, we do have to watch out for attitudes that are still far too prevalent, where we see everyday sexism. And I think that's very important to address as well, in terms of the perception of women, the reporting on women, and so on. That is critical. And just a final word on quotas. We've heard some criticism of them here today. What does the UN say about quotas? They say they are a temporary, necessary measure. And let's face it, quotas have been operating on the side of men for quite a long time.